My name is James. I'm 27 years old. I'm Zimbabwean and I'm a male sex worker. The difference between gay men and MSM is, for a gay man, you are in there for life. And for MSM, these are men who just want to have sex with men.
I like to see myself as a sexual entrepreneur. I sell sex, not to women, but to men.
It's very difficult living in a skin that's not yours. But living in our country, where the newspapers, the government talk about being gay, being criminalized, most of them, their religion killed them mentally. To say, if you're gay or if you sleep with a man, you're going to go to hell.
I was born gay. I've known ever since I was a little boy.
I've always known I was gay from, I think, when I was doing my grade 2. But I kind of researched more into it, read a lot, watched a lot of TV, but I was more active when I was doing my Form 4, when I was 16.
When I was 12, there was a guy who used to rent at our place. He was an older man. He's the one who really made me discover that I love men. As an innocent child, I didn't know that he had other motives. And then he said, have you ever slept with a man? And I said, no. Then he said, you are gay. Do you know that? I said, I think I am, but I'm not really sure. He said, let's find out.
My family did not understand me. They just thought I was a pretty boy. But I got to a point where I told them after prison that I was gay, and they tried to talk me out of it. They tried praying with me. They tried every trick in the book so that I can stop doing it, until I got to a point where I just moved out of the family home and stayed by myself.
I was chased away from home at a tender age. They could not handle that they had a homosexual son. And then there was a pimp who used to pimp young boys, young girls up for sex.
I was one of those people who used to hide who I am, until I said one morning, I'm tired of pleasing people. This is my life. I've made them happy. It's time for me to make myself happy. The day I said that to myself, I woke up, I put on the skin that I'm supposed to put. Ever since that day, I've never been happy in my life being with a man.
Being comfortable in my skin.
I tried to get a job and I couldn't get a job, and I decided to keep on selling sex out of prison.
It all started when we were at school with my friends. We really wanted the cool stuff. So one of my friends came to us and said, I've got a way of us making money selling sex to other men.
I tried looking for work. I couldn't find it. And then an idea struck me. Sex work.
So when I was in prison, I had to protect myself, so I sold sex for favor.
The gays in the jail, born gays, the situational gays in there, just because they're in the prison, the people have given up, so they'll just do anything. That might just give them pleasure. That might just pass time for them, because time stands still when you're in jail.
On my 18th birthday, I had my first sexual experience in prison.
In jail, basically, that's where most sex work is done. You have to sell sex for protection, you have to sell sex for cigarettes, you have to sell sex for food, and many people do it for protection.
On my first experience, I did not use a condom. We do not use condoms because there are no condoms in prison.
It's different for me because this is who I am. Why go and confess about my sexuality? I am who I am. Nothing can change it. I think maybe if you can just drain the whole blood in my body and then give me a fresh new one, maybe that's it. Because to me, being gay is right inside my blood and my veins. This is who I am.
I live in my little own world, my little box, I love to call it. I can't associate with people. I can't show them who I am. That's my biggest challenge.
Being comfortable in my skin.
My family, they don't really know what I do. They don't really know that I sell sex. Because my hours are flexible. And the course that I did at school allows me to work day and night shifts. I'm able to pay rent for myself. I'm able to look after my child. I'm able to go wherever I want, selling sex.
I'm building a business and I have financial support from a minister and other influential people who I return the favor with sex. And in a way, they also protect me from the media, from other elements of society that might want to ruin me.
A couple of men might come to me. They'll say that we want to have real sex with you. How can I refuse them when I want money, when I want food, when I want clothes, when I want shelter?
Most of the men that I have sex with as a sex worker are married men or men who are just curious to just have anal sex. They just want to try something.
We always have clients that come to us. Some tell you plainly that, yes, I'm associated with cults, I'm associated with ngangas. I usually touch juju stuff so that my businesses go up. They believe that if they sleep with a gay man or a homosexual, then whenever they go and steal, they are more successful.
Most of the men that I sleep with are identified as after nines. They are gay people at night. In the morning, they're straight.
Most of the people I have sex with are married men. And the reason that they are married is not because they are bisexual or that they are straight men having sex for fun. It's because they are gay. But because of cultural influence and religious influence, we Zimbabweans they have to marry at some point.
Everyone in Africa is a Christian. That's basic religion. But then why should I praise God when His crusaders, His sheep, shun me? It feels right to be a homosexual. I did not ask for this.
I can't believe in a religion that condemns homosexuality. I have tried to use religion to stop it and it did not work. I have tried to use our own traditional methods, but it did not work. So I can't, if it's not a solution for me, if I cannot stop this, then I can't be there looking for salvation.
But it's tough now praying to the God that you love, because the moment you walk in, they'll be preaching against homosexuals, that you are going straight to hell. But at the same time, these preachers are the ones who are coming to buy sex from us. And then the next morning on a Sunday, they're starting to preach bad things about gay men.
I face many challenges. I cannot go to the clinic and just get treatment. They will not give treatment to a homosexual, yet alone a homosexual sex worker.
We would get tested and pretend we were straight men. They would ask us questions that were implying that we were having sex with women. So we just answered that we were having sex with women and not clarify that we were having sex with men.
We live in Zimbabwe, where they don't accept gay men. You can't just report any rape, beating up, or robbery to the police, because the moment you walk in and say, I was raped by a man, the question they'd ask you first is, how did it happen? Where were you? How did you know that you can be raped?
We need everyone's attention. We need the wives, we need the husbands, we need the churchgoers, we need the government, we need everyone. Because everyone is involved, everyone is connected to us.
It's tough because we are dehumanized as people. They don't consider us as people or that we have rights in a country that we were born in. So sex work for men, it's a challenge, it's a bit of gambling for us because anything can happen and there's no way you can report it.
I believe changing the law is not going to make the difference because the mind frame of the people has to change first before the law changes. The law is just a piece of paper, and it might be there like in South Africa, but the incidents where lesbians are being raped by men, where gay men are being attacked by men, but they have the law supporting them. So I believe we need to change the mindset of the people before we change the law.
There's lots of us in. How are we supposed to end AIDS by 2020 when you don't include these gay men?
Being comfortable